Hello, in this video this is part 2 of 2, and I forgot to write part 1 of 2 in the title, unfortunately. So I have to try to start loading it back on Instagram because it got kicked off. Hold on. In this video is addressed to my twin flame, Shia. Hi, Shia. And for those who's watching, I thank you for watching. This is going to be a lot of crime against me, my twin flame. However, in this video, hold on. I'm trying to publish this video on Instagram. Something went wrong. Try again. And for some reason, there's lots of cords that happen when these videos have a problem publishing and recording. I have these cords that leak out all of my life force and stress me out. So I'm going to have to try to... Hello. I'll try. So I'm going to watch it. It makes a little circle. And I'm going to leave my camera in my drawer because I don't usually use this. Do you know how much evidence I could have had if I just carried this around or keep this with me and actually used it? I had a subliminal that, so I'll show you for an example. I took a photograph of the Instagram not working, and it's clear. Well, obviously it would be hard to show you on this little camera the evidence. However, I could be using this as a backup, taking photographs with a cell phone and taking it with this. Imagine if I had a camera with me at all times and starting a long time ago. This probably wouldn't have been still occurring. I was too possessed to use the camera. And I was subliminally told, oh, it's going to be too blurry, the photographs, it's not worth it, and then you're not even going to be able to see it. Well, yeah, I am. Because if I put it up close, you can see it clearly. So I keep a chapstick now on my desk. I keep a chapstick in the bathroom. I keep a chapstick in my purse. So now I'm going to show you the photographs of the food research. So I was looking at silver palette, but then I went on Google because I wanted to show photographs of the I want to show you photographs of the food that I've been researching. And I'm definitely getting tortured. Right? This post could not be shared. Try again. This is a lie. This isn't actually happening to my Instagram. This is like a recurring issue with Instagram that is not actually happening. I am almost certain that the hacker is doing this to my Instagram, because I'll go back and try a couple hours later and it will work. So there's a whole cord specifically created with AI that attacks me when these videos don't get published and recorded and it gets messed up. There's a specific thing, because think of all the energy and time being wasted that I have, that this has been going on for years now. Things that I try to publish on the internet. There's a built-in AI etheric implant that goes off when things don't, and then it's an adrenochrome theft. But then the criminal's trying to make it look natural, like I'm just really automatically extremely stressed and panicked that the video's not going through. It's just a complete lie. It's just a way to cover up the fact that there's an etheric implant that automatically steals my adrenochrome and gives me this feeling of extreme panic lack of breathing, paralysis of my body, stiffness, clenching. Like my brain shuts down, I get all nervous and spaced out, etc. It's not just PTSD and trauma. It's all etheric implants. But they're trying to naturally make it look like I'm having these feelings because of what just happened with the video not publishing. But several months ago, I had to go back and forth. It stopped publishing on Instagram. Then I tried Facebook Business Suite to publish on Instagram. It worked. Then that stopped working, and then I went back to trying to publish it directly on the Instagram page, and it worked. So it's been going back and forth. And that's not normal. This doesn't happen on any other account. It was happening on Daily Motion, and it was set. And the hacker was saying, "Oh, that's just a nobody social media account." So they're glitching, blah blah blah. So I don't have a lot of charge on my cell phone, and these cell phones have been rapidly losing their charge, and I don't believe it's because of the actual cell phone, because they've been rapidly very bad gas torture. They've been rapidly losing charge on all three phones. There's a little well, I'm not going to show that. So now I'm going to just show you the recipes, and the photographs are not good, Shia. I'm doing the best that I can, and anchovy and herb compound butter. That sounds really good. Anchovy herb compound butter. So this was a little menu that they made. They made a little menu like for different celebrations. This was like a morning breakfast scone set. Sunrise, I believe that means scones. Basil breakfast starter, that sounds really good. Crisp bacon rashers. I've never heard of bacon rashers, but I think it's just bacon. Raspberry streusel muffins, that sounds good. Italian roast coffee, and we don't have to make everything. We don't have to make everything. We don't have to put the pressure on ourselves that we're going to make everything. However, we can make a lot. This looks really good. Blackberry filled muffins. Blackberry jam filled muffins. That sounds very good. This is apricot almond cake. That sounds very delicious. Apricot almond cake. And we don't have to put like big pieces of apricot. We can put apricot different ways. So for afternoon tea, I don't really think I've had tea sandwiches where you cut off the crust and have all the different fillings. But we can also have it with wraps with afternoon tea. We can make wraps, and we can do the tea sandwiches that have all the different fillings. This is what the tea sandwiches look like with all the crust taken off. And I'd like to have afternoon tea with you, Shia. I think we can make that like a little daily ceremony, or at least do it a few times a week. I think it's possible to live well. I don't live well. I barely have time for myself. I'm chronically getting tortured nonstop 24/7. This has been going on my whole life. It's way worse with the specific type of torture they're doing with the REP torture. I've been tortured my entire life. This is ginger snap baked beans. They put actual crumpled ginger snap cookies in the baked beans. However, I was thinking we could put actual like ginger, fresh grated ginger in the baked beans. That would taste good. I Now, I've only had lima beans a handful of times over my lifetime, but I'd like to eat more lima beans. This is lima bean casserole. This beach rock doesn't always feel good. It's a little bit painful, so I have to take it off. I forget. See, I put myself in pain. Like, I'm getting so tortured that I actually put myself in pain because it's like I'm so used to it, to always being in pain. Like, it doesn't even, like, I can't even tell that I'm in pain. So I just put the crystal on instead. There's a certain chair I have to sit in with the beach rock because if this chair, because it's too hard, that has like a fabric underneath, so the rock goes in a little. This would be a nice breakfast chair, having strawberries and cream with cinnamon toast. So here's the cinnamon toast. I don't usually remember to cut my toast like that, but I like it like that. And then there's the strawberries and cream. That would be a nice breakfast. Also, they have strawberry parfaits with whipped cream. That looks good. Sorrel flan recipe, and then we can do a search for different sorrel recipes. Sorrel is like a herb. Smoked salmon chowder. I've never heard of that before. That looks really good. Adding smoked salmon to chowder. And they put sour cream. No, I think they put cream cheese or sour cream in the soup. Here is Italian carrots. And they put capers on it. They put all different types of ingredients. I think they put creme fraiche. CREMEF space FRAICHE. It's like a French cream. I've never tried creme fraiche. This looks good. Marinated carrots. I like those types of carrots. Like they're like mini carrots that are peeled, probably boiled or marinated. Garden Club. This is Garden Club picnic. I mean, the lifestyle is a little... The lifestyle is I couldn't completely relate with, but they had a lot of good recipes in the Garden Club. Had fiddlehead soup, layered chef salad with tuna mayonnaise, crusty rolls, and pineapple upside down cake. I can't seem to really eat well. It's part of the de-obsession. I just can't eat well, and I haven't my whole life. Iced coffee. And this has iced coffee with a scoop of vanilla ice cream in it. This would be nice to have one time, or once in a while. Iced coffee with a scoop of ice cream. Asparagus vinaigrette. It'd be nice to get into making sauces for asparagus. Asparagus is a really important vegetable, I think, because Hannah says it can stop like tumors and fungus. Honey curry bread. So this is actually bread made out of curry powder and honey added. That sounds good to make sometime. Here is Mexican egg salad with celery, green onions, jalapeno, cheddar cheese. Well, I only screenshotted what is inside it, and this camera is pretty awful. Bacon horseradish egg salad. We could put turkey bacon in it with horseradish. That sounds really good. Bacon horseradish egg salad. And you put it in as a sandwich too. Deep South old dish. Old-fashioned biscuit bread. That sounds very good. Old-fashioned biscuit bread. So sometimes when I'm Googling, I'll run into images that I click on, and I like the recipe. A celebration of spring menu. Arugula souffle, that doesn't sound good. However, the rest of it does. Shrimp with wrapped in prosciutto, but we could not have pork prosciutto. We could put beef prosciutto with basil. Saffron risotto with pistachios. Asparagus with green sauce. I hope my fingernails aren't bothering you. When I look at them, it's very painful to look at this because these fingernails, how they dig into the skin, are ingrown and it really hurts my fingers. So the infection has not gone away. I have all kinds of infections in my body. So I hope that doesn't hurt you when you see that because it does look kind of painful. Cinnamon fruit biscuits. This looks very good. Looks like a biscuit, possibly with some kind of fruit jam. Chewy chocolate espresso cookies. I've never tried an espresso flavored cookie. That sounds very good, especially with the chocolate too. Or we could just make plain cookies with just the espresso. Gelato. This is an Italian ice cream. I've had it once or twice and it's very, very good. I like gelato. I've had it. The Walmart carries it and Trader Joe's has carried it. It has a very intense flavor because it has less milk in the ice cream. This is a hearty spinach salad. I don't like the texture of raw spinach, so we'd have to cook it down a little more. But spinach put with turkey bacon. Spring celebration. I'll just read it off to you. Spinach and bacon salad. Herb roasted rack of lamb. Curried carrots, white chocolate and hazelnut cheesecake. White chocolate and hazelnut cheesecake. That sounds very good. I wouldn't make the arugula souffle. Some of this food just doesn't sound appetizing. I have to watch these videos to catch some of the things I'm saying wrong, among other things. And if you see like a ointment, it's because I put the infection ointment, the anti-infection ointment. So I usually walk because the rape torture is so awful when I go to watch these videos, but I've been actually going on the yoga mat and doing some spine work instead and moving on the perineum to try to release, the perineum acupressure. And the body brain yoga has a specific one. You circle around the perineum. It does do something. So I've been doing that besides walking, and plus I've been trying to get off my toe that's been re-injured. It's been in a lot of pain. Sicilian marinated olives. They did a whole witchcraft with marinated olives to make me itchy. So I don't believe I'm allergic to marinated olives. I always eat olive oil, so some of these allergies just don't make any sense. Authentic Neapolitan pizza. That looks very good. I don't think there's anything wrong with eating pizza, or this kind of pizza at least. Here is a minestrone soup with tortellini and sausage. That sounds good. I have gotten heartburn on tomato-based soups, and I think it's AI because, like I said, I'll eat pasta sauce with no problem. But there's a lot of narrowing down of my diet that started at childhood. So with the sun-dried tomatoes, it could have been that my mother bought them and they were rancid. Could have been a mold in it or something, because maybe she bought it at TJ Maxx and it was rancid, but I got wicked itchy off of sun-dried tomatoes. So then ever since, there'd be an AI program in witchcraft that would be renewed with any time I would eat sun-dried tomatoes. However, I don't believe I'm allergic to sun-dried tomatoes. I think it's a lie. Grapefruit curd ice cream. That sounds very good. I'm pretty sure too that you have allergies that are fake. Artichoke fritters. Artichoke fritters appetizer. That sounds very good. See how there's a little bit of lettuce on it? The way that it's presented, it looks appetizing. I have to work on that because I'm very bad at that. Juicy olive oil herb sauteed shrimp. And I also, in the recipe book, they have a recipe with jumbo shrimp with herb oil. So it's herb infused oil. Healthy seafood sausage. I've never heard of that. That sounds good. This is smoked rainbow trout roulette. So a roulette, R-I-L-L-E-T-T-E-S, is like it's kind of like a fish salad. They put, I think, mayonnaise in it. I wouldn't eat that fish eggs though. The roe. I think that's kind of gross. Also, some of that raw meat shouldn't be eaten because you could get food poisoned. This is smoked salmon bayonet, so they put smoked salmon inside the bayonet, which is like a fritter. That photograph's awful. Smoked salmon spread with little toasted crackers, or whatever those are called. So I thought I would take more photographs, but I didn't. And there's more other food, but I'm getting kind of tired. So I'm going to start talking about you and stop the video, because obviously you can't spend hours and hours a day watching these videos. Yeah, I'm getting kind of lightheaded. I didn't eat much today. I should probably just drink some. I have had several water. I had 2 full bottles. I already had 2 full bottles of water, 2 cups of tea. I had oatmeal and applesauce for breakfast. I didn't want to stop doing food research. So that's how long it takes to get the video published on Instagram. About 20 to 30 minutes. It's just recorded. And I have to check YouTube and see if the video has been recorded. I don't like it when I'm touching my face with my hand. That looks very bad. So I have to pick a new photograph. And don't mind the thumbnail photos. I look really stupid in most of them. I look really ugly and kind of weird. Not weird, just like not myself. I'm not happy with did you see the video processing remaining time on the current video? I just clicked no because I don't know what that means completely. I'm not going to figure it out right now. I just changed the thumbnail. Yeah, I don't usually wear my hair like this. I wasn't allowed to wear my hair like this my entire life. I think I saw my mother do it once, and then I got like a subliminal, you're not allowed to wear your hair like this. And braids, I've never been able to braid my hair. I have had serious problems with being able to do my hair. I think they want me to look like sloppy and ugly. When you get tortured though, and I can't really look presentable because of the amount of torture I'm under. I can't look that good. So now I'm going to try to find a page that I don't usually talk about with you. Oh, you know, I was supposed to talk about the lifestyle things that we should do, so I'm going to do that as well. Let me talk about you first, and then I'll talk a little bit about the lifestyle. So about Shia, let me pull up your photo. Your photograph should not be on the bottom of that pile. I knew as soon as I did that I was going to get annoyed with myself for doing that, but I have you right here. Shia, you're my protector. And you're so fun, Shia. And you're so cute. And you're so loved by me, Shia. You're my telepathic. We have a telepathic spiritual connection. And you're very healing for me. And you are guarded, and you're supposed to be. You're very adventurous. You want to go to the vortexes with me. You have a sensitive side, Shia. And you have morals. And you're very conscientious. And you're a very spiritual person. I love your name, Shia. You're very talented, Shia. And you're not a crowd pleaser. You are honest. And Shia, in regards to, I want to remind you, do not like anybody on the internet or in public news, because they obsessed over what has happened to the crime against you. They didn't give a fucking shit and say one thing about what happened to me and what the crime happened to me, about me having to watch that whole thing. They're trying to get me to die. And they don't give a shit about you and your DNA. They give a shit about that not happening to them. So don't think that don't like anyone and think that they're supporting you. They tried to kill me that whole fucking time. That whole time when I started to see what they were all saying about me and you in the news. Nothing about me. Nothing about helping me or caring about me. This is a symbol. So you don't give anybody, don't let anyone think that they're supporting you. They're not. They're not supporting you because they didn't support me. I looked to the public news for several months before I said there's no way I'm keeping doing this because it's too stressful. They didn't say much of anything about what had happened to me that gave me the paralysis and the stroke. That whole thing that was avoided, that had to have been some kind of AI to make it like, yeah, we don't care about Alyssa. We don't care about what happened to her. It doesn't matter if I'm not a public person or doesn't matter the excuse. Doesn't matter the excuse. There's a whole AI that's like, no, Alyssa has to die still from that. So we don't care, say one thing about what happened to her with this whole situation. So don't think that anyone on the internet is supporting you. Supporting you because they're not supporting me, so that means they're not supporting you. You're very tender-hearted, Shia. And I didn't completely explain that correctly, Shia, but that's all how I could explain it right now. Shia, you would never lie to me, Shia. And you're a very perceptive person. And you want to travel to the vortexes with me. And you're very committed to me, Shia. You've never left me spiritually. And you're very balanced. You're not too much of anything. You're extremely strong, Shia. You're extremely strong for going through what you've gone through. You could actually be stronger than me. Obviously, you're half of my soul, so we're probably equivalent in strength. However, you could be stronger than me. You have a very strong personality. So I'm going to stop talking about you and I'll talk about a little bit of the lifestyle before this video runs out. So in the Silver Palette book, they were talking about different celebrations and like things to do, like what to eat after you go out and do things, like special celebration food. So we can celebrate meals, because celebration was never a part of my life. I had celebrated some of the holidays, the major holidays, and my birthday. The birthday stopped in childhood. So the first day of spring, we can have a celebratory meal. We have to try to find ways to eat good meals and have excuses to eat good meals. So I would believe the first day of spring would be a good time to make a celebratory meal. The New Year's Day, Valentine's Day, when we go on boat rides, rent a boat, obviously not go too far out in the ocean. Stargazing, building a fire in autumn when we have our new baby. Special anniversary, our wedding anniversary. Birthday. Spotting a rainbow. Absolutely no reason at all. So there's one. Let's just not even have any reason at all to just make a nice meal. A drive in the country. We can go for drives in the country. We can go on drives in the city, in the seaside. Prepare a meal with linens, crystal, china, candlelight. Honestly, that sounds like way too much work and stressful and a waste of energy. I don't think I would ever, but I think we'll be able to get healthy enough to be able to do something like that. I'd like to also go canoeing, Shia. We can rent a canoe and be in the canoe together. So we can also go on picnics, and the best picnics are at the summit of the mountain. Or we can just go have a picnic at the bottom of the mountain. We can read together and have a picnic. We can possibly go bike riding. I'm not really a fan of riding bikes. Never, maybe once in a while. After house cleaning, like we have a house cleaning spree, we'll have a picnic, indoors or outdoors. Watching the autumn foliage turn after shooting the rapids. I googled some of this because I didn't know what that meant. Sailing a small boat on a river. I think that would be too dangerous. We're not going to be extreme sport people because of all of the witchcraft. It's way too. I don't put myself in dangerous situations, and sailing a boat on a rapid river would not be a good idea for us. Cross country skiing. I'm not a really big fan of skiing or snowboarding. I tried in childhood. However, cross-country skiing is very hard to do. I think I tried. Hold on.
I'm sorry, I was here earlier. Dawn told me to tell you that she accidentally missed one.
Oh, no worries.
So it's just.
I apologize for you if that happened.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I was wondering. I was like, why? I thought that maybe you had already signed up, didn't you? She forgot to put the stickies for this one. So there we go.
Well, there's so many details. It's very difficult to catch all the details.
That one. So you'll just need to sign, and you'll print, and then initial, and then that's it. Yeah, I was like, I already went down there. She was like, I forgot one and
I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I've been doing it all day, but it's good exercise.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
There was a renewal signing under the new property management. That's not quite new. However, Royal Property Management, and there's missing signatures I had to sign. It was really nice that they come to my door. So some of the times that we have celebratory meals, 4th of July, birthday, after vintage shopping. However, the dust is always a problem for me. However, we're definitely going to collect some things like recipe index cards recipe cookbook index cards that are vintage. That's something that we're definitely going to probably collect. So to feel pampered, I don't really like that word. There's programs that I was not allowed to feel pampered, and that's like a humiliating word for me. However, to feel pampered, there was a whole section on what to do with guests. However, we're not going to have guests, but this is what we can do for ourselves. We can have a little area of magazines and books, so when we get bored we can pick up a magazine. It'd be nice to have a subscription, a magazine subscription of nice magazines. Have flowers near the bed table. I've been doing that a little. Have a plate of sweets out, like have a plate of chocolates or cookies or desserts once in a while. Slippers and robes. We're gonna probably eventually get slippers apart from the towel slippers. Slippers would be good to have. Feet, your feet are probably always cold like mine. And robes. I'm not sure about always wearing robes. I think robes are good, especially when we get cold. So there's towel robes. Maybe we can get some other kind of fabric robes for when we're cold. Because the towel robe is good for after the bath and shower, but having a robe on, having a different material robe for times when we don't use it for the shower. My stomach's hurting. Have coffee, reading the newspaper. I've never been able to read the newspaper, really. There's a lot of mind control around newspapers. A lot of like crossword puzzles and newspapers and flyers were all they're so boring and so painful to look at. I feel suicidal about it. But it would be nice once in a while to read the newspaper. Add a bouquet of wisteria. There's a heavenly fragrance, wisteria. Have a little tray on the bed of chocolates or bed and breakfast. That'd be nice sometime. So for celebratory meals, we can also have picnics at the park, barbecue, clam bake, and not just seafood boil, beach picnic, backyard or front yard or porch brunches, or just an area outside. I don't know if we'll ever have that because of a safety issue. However, I'm not really sure if it's safe living in an apartment building. I don't know though. I've had a lot of fear with living in the woods in the dead ex-stepfather's house, all isolated, with no help kind of thing. It can be dangerous to live in a home with no one around, and it could be easy for people to get in because these buildings are being surveillanced with cameras. Midnight swims. I don't know if we would do that. Should I go for a swim at midnight? I'm a little bit afraid to go in the water. Like when I go swimming, I don't want like fish or sea creatures to touch me. It's possible we could go fishing, however, I don't like the whole act of. I don't think that you would be one to want to have to catch a fish and kill it and do all of that. I don't think that that's something that we're going to do. Pick berries at a berry patch. I definitely want to pick berries at a berry patch. And I don't think that we're going to be much gardeners, like growing vegetables. However, it would be nice to go and buy homegrown vegetables, like at a farmer's market. I don't really like wicker furniture because like the dust is such a problem. It's actually, there's a lot of home decor that's really not good to have because it collects so much dust. However, it'd be nice to have like fresh pitchers of drinks, like a pitcher in the fridge of like a nice cold drink, flaky croissants with coffee. So there's other things that I wrote down. It was nice. It was kind of like within the cookbook. They wrote like all different kinds of things to do during the seasons. Like summertime, they just picked random things to do. Canoeing, being the first at the beach, steaming clams, a message in the sky, a summer shower, shooting star, summer breeze, Mozart, fireworks, breakfast in a rose garden. I really liked this cookbook. It was really nice. Rubbing linseed oil on driftwood. I don't have to Google that. I've never heard of rubbing linseed oil on driftwood. Minty iced tea. So that's some of the lifestyle things to do that we can potentially do someday. I didn't really say potentially do someday. But I want to get good at garnishing meals. I want to get better. I want to live better. I want to live well. I don't have a good lifestyle. I'll never have. I don't think I've been able to because I've been treated like an animal and I've been forced and kidnapped to be able to not be able to live well. Personally, I don't really know how there's enough time in the day to live well. But that's probably part of the problem with my brain injury. I don't know how to live well because I can't. So I've read most of the lifestyle things. I've been still using my Happy Planner, even with it drip coffee, because you can't really see the coffee in the other pages. I don't really want to go out and buy a new planner. I put a paper towel underneath it just in case the coffee could go onto the mat that I have on the desk. My poor little baby Shia. It's all locked away. But you're not, Shia. In different ways, you're not. You're not completely locked away, Shia. I'm locked away in some ways, too. So I'm feeling a lot of fatigue today, more than usual. It's possible because I've been playing those rakyas non-stop, specifically for the root chakra, that I'm going to continue doing. And I'm going to do the light ET contact with the family members. I've been doing the soul retrieval and the super intelligence downloads every day videos. I've been watching the energy hand work on loop. So there's quite a few things that I'm doing every day, but all these little tasks add up and use up a lot of energy. So I also cleaned a lot yesterday, which could make me tired. I had a very bad experience on the 13th that I'm still trying to recover from with the ENT. And it seems like I've just been so busy. Like, all of my errands, it seems like it takes me 2 weeks just to accomplish errands of things that I need. That's probably not true. But it seems like I'm just so busy just collecting a few things that I need throughout the month. But I don't think that's true. I think everything is like, they have this AI, everything is like such a big deal. Like going out a few times a month is like such a big deal. Like, it takes up all of my energy and I end up, so I'm gonna stop this video now. And I kind of want to go back and finish that book. Storage space is almost gone. I was like halfway through that book, so I think I'm going to try to finish that book. It's on the ebook library, Anki library ebook. So I love you, Shia. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you so much, Shia, for watching.